Weighted tile backer isn't just a substrate for tiling, and it isn't just easy to cut and handle. It isn't just easy to position or make useful shapes with. It's also a construction board that doesn't need a timber carcass or a subframe. And that means great possibilities, and this is just one. The bath is plumbed in while you've got easy access. The materials are simple, light to transport and readily available. The tilebacker board conforms to UK building regulations and it meets insurance specifications and NHBC standards. It's important that you use the right materials when the final build will be subject to long-term wet conditions. For instance, this jointing tape is essential to strengthen and reinforce the whole structure. In heavy wet areas such as showers, weighty waterproof sealing tape is available. And the right adhesives will deliver long-term performance, reducing the possibility of any claims against you. The tools are standard items you'll have with you on every job. Weighty step connectors are the ideal way to locate and retain the boards during build-up. As this is a 6-sided bath, I'm putting a couple of uprights in place on the walls. Now they'll help to locate and fix the main panels to keep the geometry right while the adhesives go off. A silicone bond is used between the uprights and the wall, and here the wall is itself surfaced with tile backer. To fix to walls and timber floors, weighty step provides the ideal solution. It's thin and so it's easy to cover. The variety of location holes means that you can avoid joint lines. We're using 30mm board for this part of the job. It's amazingly easy to saw tile backer, and that helps when you need to create an angled cut. Putting silicone on top of the panels is the easiest way to apply it to the joint with the underside of the bath. Once the step is in place and it's all taped up, this will be going nowhere. I try to put silicone on the fixed surfaces where I can, as this means easier handling of the board during construction because I don't end up with silicone all over my hands. The panelling is complete already. Now we change to 50mm board for the load-bearing step. In a large bathroom it would be easy to create a 2-step access, but we'll stick with one and make it 200mm high and 300mm back to front. The back of the step is cut and bonded to the panels with silicone beads. Now the step front to give structural support and a great surface for tiling to. For strength, cross supports are added at a maximum of 300mm centres. This goes together so easily and cleanly, it's a joy to work with. You can see that our project is really taking shape now. As long as the cross members are reasonably close to the joint, there's no need to provide additional support. That's really neat, and there's just one process left before we start tiling. To give the structure real strength, we use tape on all the joints, and that means the joints between the panels and where the panels meet up with the walls and floor. We use a cement-based flexible adhesive with the jointing tape on the joints. Because you're tiling over the top of it, it's important to keep the tape neat and flat. You need to feather the adhesive off to the board. Now that's the job ready for tiling. Within a couple of hours the tape joints are ready to bear weight. So how do we form the back shelf of the bath surround? We use 2 pieces of board attached to the wall, then a piece at the front, putting this in place dry to measure one from the other back corner, and again we use silicone to attach the boards to each other. So we could then drop a 50mm thick shelf on top. This will withstand years of water being sloshed over it, and even any kids who decide to use it as a launching platform at bath time. Weighted tile backer has proved itself as the ideal material for exciting shapes in bathroom design.